Peace and blessings, friends, and welcome to Indigo Intuitive Tarot. I am Indigo. So, we got ourselves a full moon reading, y'all. Today is the full moon in Aquarius. Yes, full moon in Aquarius. I will let you know, I did try to record this yesterday so I could get it out early to you all, but it wasn't working. The energy wasn't right. I was tired, and, it just didn't flow. So, we're re-recording it right now at 5:45 a.m. Yes, that's right. I've been up for a while. I usually tend to get up pretty early, so I figured I would get up early and do this reading for you all so you could have it for today's full moon in Aquarius. Now, as for the channeled message, it actually came to me yesterday before I looked up what sign the full moon was in, which is kind of synchronistic. So, with the full moon being in Aquarius, Aquarius is known as the sign that's like the odd one, the weird one. I've even heard people refer to Aquarius as the alien of the zodiac, which I think is kind of fascinating. But yesterday I had a brief interaction with someone who, in their beautiful, amazing outward expression, would not be considered like mainstream, right? Which I welcome because I like diversity, right? And I got the download that really and truly right now it's about showing up as your beautiful, amazing, expressive, authentic self. Okay? Authenticity helps bring you into alignment. Okay? The people that I have seen that are truly in alignment, and I'm not talking about how much money is in someone's bank account. I'm not talking about the things that they own. I'm talking about real, true alignment. Those people have always, always, always been their beautiful, authentic selves. They have shown up in honesty and authenticity. Okay? And I have found, now, not always, because I'm not speaking in absolutes, but I have found that people who are usually very truthful with themselves, very authentic with themselves, are usually honest and authentic with you. So that's just my opinion, okay? And with this full moon, usually people do releasing rituals, techniques, etc., around full moons. And how can we, I would say, look at it like, how can we release the fear around being seen as our authentic selves, right? How can we release the need to show up as palatable or acceptable, right? Because I'm going to be real frank when I tell you, fuck that, okay? We live in this people-pleasing society where, people want to be like everyone else, okay? It's not me. It's not the way I was raised. As a matter of fact, when I was coming up, when I was in high school, I had friends in every single clique you could imagine. Why? Because I like a diverse array of experiences and people and their stories and their authenticity. I like that, right? So how can we release this fear, this apprehension, this blockage, really? I just got third chakra activation. So that's like your center of power, right? You might have some blockages in that area. Also the throat, okay? Speaking your truth authentically as well. So that's what I have for you. How can you release your fear, apprehension, and blockages around being seen, being authentic, and just showing up as your true self, okay? So, if I haven't said it already, this is going to be urgent messages from your spirit team, what they want you to know right now in this red hot moment. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I tried to record this yesterday. Energy wasn't flowing. I think I said that. The world was your bonus card yesterday. Yesterday's reading was all about endings, things coming to an end, new beginnings. So I'm going to take these. I'm going to set them over here. These are going to be your bonus cards. We will clarify those as well. Okay, we're using light seers, mini light seers today, just because it's so bright and vibrant, and I knew that the channeled message was going to be about authenticity. So I thought, what better deck to use than like a beautiful, bright, vibrant deck. Okay. 3 more. Thank you, Spirit Team. Now, this is going to be, like I said, urgent messages from your Spirit Team. I will be using the tarot as well as, several oracle cards per usual. I think I shuffled more than 3. Y'all, it's 5 in the morning. It's 5:30 in the morning. So I will be using the tarot as well as several oracle cards. Now, these intuitive messages and downloads that I give to you are for the benefit of your spiritual growth and expansion. Now, they may also and oftentimes do apply to other areas and aspects of your incarnation in this 3D reality. So please, as always, take what applies. Doesn't apply, what we do, let it fly. Okay, cool. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Y'all, it is early and I've been up for a while, which you would think would mean that I'm awake. That's not true. Which sometimes is the best time to do readings because you're open to the information that wants to come through. Okay, so first card is your current energy. Second card is the medicine your Spirit Team wishes for you to receive. Third card, what is blocking said medicine? Direct messages to you is the fourth card. Fifth card is how they would like you to move forward at this time. Then we have your 2 bonus cards here. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Are you taking charge of a situation? Are you being stubborn about a situation? I always say he likes to be real stubborn sometimes. He's like an immovable force. Current energy is the Moon. Okay. The medicine that they would like you to receive at this time. 7 of Swords, which was part of this message specifically, this position yesterday. Crossed by the Hermit. Being blocked by the Hermit. Okay. Direct message. Page of Cups. How they would like you to move forward at this time. 7 of Cups. Very interesting. So your current energy is the Moon. I'm instantly getting, is there a part of yourself that you're hiding from yourself? Are you showing up as the Emperor on the outside, but feeling away on the inside? Don't worry, we're going to clarify. We'll see, okay? Now, the medicine that you are meant to receive at this time is the 7 of Swords blocked by the Hermit. Very interesting combination here. There's something here about loss, possibly, deception, possibly. Did you say, this is just a random example, say someone took from you, stole from you, etc., lying, cheating, stealing. Did you self-isolate and ignore it? We'll see. We'll see. Direct message, Page of Cups. Now, I say Page of Cups is like little cup energy, little crush energy. Right? But the pages are also students, so their direct message to you might be something around an area. How do I say that, Spirit? Thank you. Excuse me. Needing to learn about your emotions, okay? Emotional intelligence is what I'm hearing. So you might be needing to learn about that. Now, how they want you to move forward at this time is the 7 of Cups. Now, so the 7 of Cups is usually a card of confusion, of not knowing which one to pick, but it can also be a card of fantasy, of imagining, right? Maybe they want you to make a vision board. I don't know. We're going to see. Okay. And you have your 2 bonus cards here. So I want to know why you're showing up as the Moon, because I said I feel like there's a part of yourself that you're hiding from yourself here. And that would go with our theme of authenticity. All right, Spirit Team, why is the Moon here? Why is this Moon card here, please, Spirit? I feel like they're even hiding from me, like the way the cards are shuffling. All right, so you have the Ace of Wands, okay. The 6 of Swords, okay. And the King of Swords, very interesting. The bottom, you have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, thank you, Spirit Team. they're telling me that you have moved away from this spark within you, this energy within you, this creativity within you, this beautiful, like flowing, magical, colorful energy. And you moved into a state of intellect, of almost coldness in a way, but you've locked away this beautiful, colorful side of yourself. And showing up as the King of Swords, even showing up as the Emperor, very serious. It's almost like when children, high school students, college students are told to go into STEM, which there's nothing wrong with that, but at the expense of anything creative. Like the humanities are looked down upon, the arts are looked down upon, that sort of thing. Like it's all about the mind. It's all about the intellect, right? And I'm not saying that the King of Swords is not a curious energy, but he definitely gives like, I've been through it all, I know it all, right? A non-curious mind has challenges with new beginnings, with new energy flowing into them, new information flowing into them, right? When you get very set in your mind and set in your ways, it's very challenging to see new possibilities, I will say, if that makes sense. You did this believing that you were moving on to calmer waters, right? Or a safer state of being. Like if I can just be smart and rely on my intellect, right? I can see everything that's coming. I'm up on this mountain, right? Protecting myself, looking down on everything else. Now, I'm not saying you're looking down on others or things like that, but you know, I'm getting almost, you've done this as a way to protect yourself from what may feel like chaotic energy to you. This Ace of Wands may feel like unsafe energy to you. Okay. Very, very interesting. All right. So we're going to look at why your medicine is this Seven of Swords being blocked by the Hermit. What an interesting combination here. We're going to see. Spirit team, why is the Seven of Swords here blocked by the Hermit? Why is this Seven of Swords? Listen, I just got to download, but okay, you got 2 pages now. Okay. I just got to download as I was shuffling, and it's something that is completely not related to any of this. I just heard popcorn. So I don't know if when you're watching this, you're eating popcorn or you're thinking about making popcorn or popcorn is your favorite food. I don't know why. I just heard that. Okay. Something about popcorn. Maybe you went to the movies last night. Maybe you went and saw Odyssey last night. That's a big one out right now. It looks like it's going to be good though. Anyway, I digress, you guys. So again, Seven of Swords crossed by the Hermit. We have 2 pages. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Five of Wands. Now we have the Page of Cups here twice. Remember I said learning about your emotions. Your emotions might scare you. Okay. Maybe this is why you're in this current energy. Your emotions might bother you, or you just might not be very comfortable with your emotions, right? Because I feel like there's this fight here between this Page of Cups and this Page of Pentacles. Like, I have to be stable. I have to be grounded. I have to be logical. I have to be, right, very serious. But your emotions are never going to go away. You're always going to have emotions, right? You can't think your way out of emotions. You are robbing yourself. Okay? If you choose to be the type of hermit that hermits to ignore, to lock part of yourself away, to push things out of the way, instead of doing the inner work, You're always going to be in this constant battle between how you think you should present and what's actually going on internally. This is a very in and out energy. I usually call this card Mr. or Mrs. here for a good time, not a long time. It feels like you can't stay in your emotions for a long time. Maybe as a child you were taught that being emotional or recognizing your emotions meant weakness. Because the King of Swords in your current energy, that's all mental energy. There's not a lot of passion, I would say, in the King of Swords. There's intellect. There's quick movement, maybe even. There's a sharpness there, but there can also be a coldness there. Okay. Intellect without heart, without that empathy even, is just, it's like when someone's like, well, I'm just being honest, when their honesty is really just cruelty. I'm not saying you are a cruel person, but that's just an example, okay? But it feels like there's this battle between I have to be grounded versus feeling your emotions. Now, here's the thing. The pages are young. It's young energy. I'm getting this was something that was taught to you in your childhood. Maybe you were told you stop crying. You're not allowed to cry, right? When you did cry, it was not well received. Something like that. Or as a child, you sought emotional connections and were told it's not practical. That sort of energy, okay? So the medicine is that you're robbing yourself. Doing this, because swords is mental energy, you're robbing your own peace of mind in a way by blocking it out, right? By going into this hermit mode. You're locking away parts of yourself that could bring you happiness and end an old cycle to begin a new cycle, okay? That's where we're at. That's a very strong message. And I've known people like that. In real life, I've known people that look at emotions as weakness and, you don't be emotional. And I'm like, how do these types of people expect to be in romantic relationships, right? Like when it's like all about these emotions. Now, maybe there's a lid for every pot, right? So maybe you got two unemotional people together. That's fine. But for me, you have to be balanced. You have to have a balance. You can't discount your emotional self, your emotional body. You just can't. Because we all have emotions, okay? I'm not saying be overly emotional. I'm not saying trauma dump on people. I'm not saying don't go to therapy. You got to deal with your emotions though. All right, so again, direct message, Page of Cups. Spirit team, why is the Page of Cups here, please? Why is this Page of Cups here? Thank you, Spirit. Queen of Wands. Seven of Wands. Queen of Wands. Judgment. Yep, look. Wounded warrior. Yeah, I've been hurt. Yeah, I've been through it. But I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. Right? You're putting up boundaries against this inner Queen of Wands that wants to come out. They want you to stop that. They want you to free yourself from that. Okay? Again, we have this Page of Cups energy here. Their direct message to you is really, again, you see how she's defending off all of these wands. And yes, this is usually about putting up boundaries, drawing your line in the sand, but I feel like you're doing this to yourself. When this like inner Queen of Wands, this inner beautiful, expressive, flowing, creative, magnetic energy wants to come out, wants to be awakened within you. Okay? This will not happen until this inner battle between the practical and the emotional comes to an end until you step over this fence. Stop choosing a familiar cage over an unfamiliar freedom. Yeah. The key is actually right there. And if you're going to go into hermit mode, you might as well go into hermit mode and do the work instead of going into hermit mode to avoid the work that needs to be done. Because if you just do the work, if you just lift your head and realize that that key is right there, if you go within and realize that it's within you and it's okay to balance these things out, you'll be all right. This is where you get this energy. Old cycles ending, new cycles beginning. Happiest card in the deck. Okay. Why are you setting boundaries with yourself? Now, I'm not saying, don't make sure, or, I'm not saying, don't set rules for yourself, like, eating healthy and going to bed at a reasonable time and drinking enough water. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about not letting yourself flow, feel. Now, what did I say in my last reading? Emotions, money, energy, period, is like water. It's meant to flow. If it becomes stagnant, it becomes what? Toxic. It becomes toxic. I'm not sure why you're afraid of your own emotions or whoever I'm reading for. This could be someone you know, okay? Maybe this isn't you, and I will say that. Of course, take it how it resonates, but someone here is afraid of their own emotions. Maybe you feel your emotions are too powerful. You get really overwhelmed by your emotions. That's understandable. Emotions can be very overwhelming. In that case, I would definitely say therapy, a therapist, energy healing, anything that you need to do, to assist with that. But again, I feel like something about this comes from childhood. I mean, we all have inner child wounds and, we've all been through stuff, okay? All of us have been through stuff. I've been through stuff. I have big emotions. I have that Scorpio Mars energy. So like when I get mad, I'm real mad, okay? But, doing meditation's a big deal. Doing meditation now for years and years has helped me deal with my own mind so much, to the point where I don't have to be cold, right? I know how to observe and watch my mind. And so I don't get so overwhelmed by my emotions anymore, okay? So this is how they want you to move forward. This is an interesting card to have here because, again, usually with the Seven of Cups, you're like, this is a card about confusion. They want me to move forward confused. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. Spirit team, why is this Seven of Cups here, please? High Priestess. Three of Wands. I said keep going. Oh, look. Oh, that's why they wanted me to keep. Oh, yeah, they definitely wanted me to keep going. So we got 4 cards as clarifiers. High Priestess, Three of Wands, the Sun and the Star. The Sun is also a star. That's just what I heard, which is also a really good book and a really good movie, by the way. That movie, what's the actress's name? Yara Shahidi. That might mean something to you. Maybe that's like one of your favorite books or one of your favorite movies. Well, they're definitely wanting you to get a new perspective here. They are definitely wanting you to get a new perspective about how this process, like I said, instead of becoming the hermit and ignoring things, become the hermit and do the work, how this process of this healing brings you all of this happiness, right? How you got to make the choice, though, to get in the water. Okay. You got to make the choice, though. You've come all this way. Like I said, if you're going into hermit mode, do the work while you're there. Don't just ignore everything. Don't ignore your intuition. Your intuition is telling you that this is something you can do. I believe you have the strength to do it, right? With that Seven of Cups, though, remember I said you may be choosing a familiar cage versus an unfamiliar freedom. I feel like you keep picking the same cup and getting confused why you're not progressing or why the same things still keep happening. And it's that saying, like, if you keep doing what you've always done, you're always going to get what, if you keep doing what you've always done, you're always going to get what you've always gotten, sort of thing. You're smart. You're too smart for that now. Okay? You know better. I think there's this nagging kind of intuitive hit that you keep getting that with the sun there kind of wants to shine a light, especially with this hangman, kind of wants to shine a light and have you look at things a bit differently than you have been. Okay? And I think that that may confuse you even, like, why do I keep getting this feeling? Why do I keep getting these messages? Like, you know, I'm the King of Swords, you know, I'm logical, I'm the Emperor, I'm strong. Yeah, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's got to be balanced. It's got to be balanced. I mean, okay, thank you, Spirit. I just heard, don't let the steel of that sword weigh you down, almost. Like, keep you feeling so heavy. Like, there's a lightness here in the way that they want you to move forward. They want you to choose a different cup. They want you to choose a different way. They want you to make the decision to get in that water. Now, the Three of Wands could also be about waiting for your ships to come in. Like, maybe you feel like it's not the right time, or you have to wait on something. The healing and the happiness is right here, right now, as I always say, with God's source, you know, it's right here, right now. You're sitting in the middle of it. You're sitting in the middle of it. Okay. That's not bad energy. Yeah, I think you're maybe too much in the head, too much in the mental space. Okay. There might be grounded new offers coming in for you if you get in the water. If you take that step towards the healing. If you let your intuition guide you towards the sun, because you have it here twice now, which is really beautiful. So I'm going to clarify these together. I'm not going to clarify them separately. Okay. So, Spirit Team, why is the World and the Sun here for the collective? Is there bonus cards? Oh, they told me to take this one. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Okay. One more, Spirit. The Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. All right. We have all kinds of pages here today. Look who came back. The Emperor. Six of Pentacles. Ace of Swords for the World and the Sun. Okay, thank you, Spirit Team. The new beginning really does have to do with you understanding that the flow of energy, the reciprocity that you have with the universe can only happen when you open your mind enough to have this balance of the emotions versus the intellect, or, you know, what's practical, what's emotional. Like, you have to kind of end that war within yourself. And it's like this new cycle beginning, old cycles ending, moving towards happiness, new bright ideas. It's in the mental. It's in the mental. This is where your blockage is. You might be having third eye blockages even. I'm seeing this energy here of, here, I'll show you. This almost like figure eight. It's like this flow of energy, right? And if you kind of stay stuck in this Emperor energy, this kind of stubborn, immovable force, it's kind of hard to let things flow, I feel. But the happiness comes when you open your mind a little bit. Maybe you're someone who's like, you know, I have to be this way. I have to be strong. I have to show up as this. Yeah, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with being strong, but can you allow things to flow into your experience? Can you allow yourself to be taken care of by the universe? I just heard. I just heard things don't always have to be the way that they've always been. You may have stories around that, stories that you've told yourself about, no, it always has to be this way. It doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. 10 swords. You may have been stabbed in the back, and look, this may be why you're locking parts of yourself away from yourself, because it was because of a heartbreak somewhere, somehow, some way, relationship, parents, friends, etc. So, it's a very, very interesting reading, y'all. Very interesting. We're going to pull some oracle cards for you guys. I'm going to see what they have to say about this energy, because that's some deep energy. Showing up as strong, but not having this balance between your emotions and your passions and in the mind, right? Interesting energy to be in. All right, Spirit Team, what you got? Okay. Thank you. On the bottom, darling, don't you remember you're a badass? Keep winging it. The fairy blessings flow magical energy. You are showing me that you are a strong person. Okay. The shaman, lunatic, Luna meaning the moon, lunatic insights and cosmos. It says, am I crazy or is it the moon? How appropriate for the full moon. This is the shaman. Okay. Interesting. And that card is number 30. All right, then we have, could you surrender just a bit more? The seeker, all-seeing eye, spirit, release. Remember I said you might be having like third eye blockages? I just said that. It's almost like I'm psychic or something. But this is giving that surrender. I was talking about ending this war between yourself, you know, only wanting to remain in the mind or in the mental. All right, so then we have card number 6. It says, and so I listen as my soul told me, let go of the past so that I may awaken to how much I have grown. The past, releasing rebirth and spring. I think I just said something like, just because things have always been a certain way doesn't mean that's how they're always going to be. And the only thing that's going to change that, honestly, is you deciding to change it, okay? You deciding to come into balance or gain a little bit more emotional intelligence or deal with your emotions like in a different way, looking at them not as a weakness but as a tool, as a powerful tool, as a guidance system even, right? And it's not about having perfect emotions all the time. It's just a guidance system. It's just information, okay? It's just information. All right, so Spirit Team, I'm gonna pull some of these Secret Language of Light Oracle cards. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, transformation, yep. Enlightenment. Oh, I got quite a few. On the bottom is Divine Feminine, coming into the heart space, coming into that heart energy. We have so many, Spirit Team. There's so many. They said don't take these, okay? Vesca Pisces, Ask Your Soul, Inward Revolution, Soul Mating. Okay. They said pull different cards. And that's rare that they tell me to do that. So transformation and enlightenment. I am going to pull different cards because that's what they're telling me to do. We'll see if any of those come back out. So that was an interesting energy. Spirit. Jeez, can you give me one more, Spirit? Just one more. Thank you. Let go. Create space. Yeah. Create space. I think you're existing a lot in your mental space. I think you need to create space in the heart space. Okay. So we have transformation, we have enlightenment, and we have let go. Isn't that funny? Third eye is often associated with enlightenment. Let go. It says to let the past go. Amazing. So then we have the shaman as well with transformation. Shamanic work is all about transformation. I mean, that's what shamans do. They kind of usher people through transformations. And we're back. Sorry about that. Shamans kind of usher people through transformation. I mean, if you've ever heard anybody talk about ceremonies and things that they've attended, that's what shamans kind of do. That's kind of their job. Okay. You might be a seeker. You might be someone on a very, very, spiritually oriented type of path, especially if you're watching this reading. If you watch any of my readings. And then let go. We have 19, 43, and 18. And I'm going to pull some angel answers on this and we will wrap it up. So if you have a question, please keep that question in the forefront of your mind. We're going to see if the angels will answer you. Okay. All right, Spirit Team, what do you have for the collective here? Take action. Peaceful resolution. I said to take that one too. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. On the bottom, meditation brings answers. I just told y'all. Meditating has helped me quite a bit to deal with my mind and deal with my emotions. Okay, so meditation brings answers. And then we have no. Take action. No. And peaceful resolution. Now listen, I don't know who that no is for. I told you, hold those questions in the forefront of your mind. So if you were asking a yes or no question, the answer is no. Okay, that's going to be different for everybody. But peaceful resolution, though, I think you need to find that within yourself. You need to find that balance within yourself. I think you need to make peace with your emotions, your feelings. I'm not saying that, maybe you haven't been through awful things, traumas, really bad experiences. I completely understand that, and I hold space for that. But only you can take action to balance those things out for yourself, to let the flow of the universe, the reciprocity of the universe, kind of open your mind. Actually, I would say you probably need to open your mind first. This Ace of Swords, like this new beginning around the stories and the thoughts and the things we tell ourselves, right? Having this reciprocity with the universe, having a new beginning, ending that old cycle, moving towards happiness here. Letting the light of the sun shine on the areas that might be hard to look at, okay? Parts of ourselves that we've locked away, okay? So you can sit in Emperor energy and be stubborn and kind of immovable, or you can take charge of that situation, take action, find a peaceful resolution for yourself, okay? And this no, honey, I don't know who that is for. And it's wait. But this is what I have for you, okay? I truly hope that this has provided you with some guidance and some clarity, as it is always, always, always my intention to serve. So happy full moon in Aquarius. I hope that you all are taking care of yourselves, and I will talk to y'all very, very soon.